Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, March 1st, and I'm Brian Boudreau. It's great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. This week on Norwood News, a sweet and savory living local, Ron Marshalsea recaps sports. But first, town meeting members gathered at the Norwood High Auditorium earlier this week to learn more about the upcoming town meeting articles and ask questions about each one. Community Development Director Sarah Dixon gave some great insight into the MBTA zoning article.
Planning Board is obligated by state law to hold a public hearing where it invites members of the public to come, hear a presentation about the article, ask questions, and make their comments known to the board. The board uses that hearing to formulate its report that it provides to town meeting with a recommendation. Currently, our bylaw does have a section that establishes some local rules on how we provide notice to interested parties. But if I can be candid with you, that language is very squishy. It doesn't really identify or define who's an affected party, right? And how are you notifying them? It gives a lot of latitude and discretion to the planning board to figure out who's important enough to be mailed a notice of a public hearing. You could see why that might be kind of problematic, right? It also sets this bar that says, if there's over 50 affected parties, that's too many and you don't have to provide notice to anyone.
Sarah Dixon took us on location to visualize the proposed zoning changes for this MBTA article.
MBTA communities law requires communities to create zoning districts that are within a half mile of a train or subway stations. So in Norwood, we have 3 subway stations to zone around: Norwood Central, Norwood Depot, and Windsor Gardens. The task force has created proposed zoning districts within all 3 train stations. Site selection was strategic to target and encourage reinvestment in key parcels in town that are currently zoned as manufacturing, are underutilized, or could be more compatible with surrounding residential areas. Most of the 78 acres included in the proposed district include multifamily housing or are already built out and are unlikely to see any redevelopment in coming years. Only a small handful of properties, less than 6 acres, including some of the property behind me here on East Hill Street, are likely to see some redevelopment in the next few years. The dimensional requirements that are proposed in each of the 3 sub-districts are different depending on the neighborhood where each of them are located. So here in the Norwood Depot sub-district, the zoning requirements call for front setbacks that are smaller so that any future development would be located closer to the sidewalk, creating a more pedestrian-friendly streetscape, as opposed to Windsor Gardens or Norwood Central, where the central business district is further away, and so those front setbacks are larger and further away from the street.
When Norwood News returns, we'll have a new moral moment, learn about the Oldham School, and a taste of something sweet in the center of town.
Yeah, well, the show is kind of a mixture of some of the hits from the past and some of the songs off our latest album, Plein d'Amour, which is now at, I believe, over 1 million downloads.
Oh, that's great. I think it's going to be a great show. So again, the Guess Who at the Norwood Theater, March 22nd. Get your tickets, be there or be square. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
This week, we're cooking up a new segment here on Norwood News. Jack Tolman has teamed up with Joe Sleeman to feature some of Joe's favorite food dishes in town. Joe is all about food, and let's go see what's on the menu.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Norwood's Foodie Joe. You guessed it, I'm Joe, and I'm here to take you on a delicious journey through the culinary landscape of Norwood, Massachusetts. Today, we're starting strong with one of my favorites, Mizuya. Come on with me and let's eat. Here we are in Mizuya, a local Japanese restaurant specializing in ramen and sushi. Today I'm getting the Tenkatsu ramen, one of my personal favorites that I always get with my family. I've had it over 24 times and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Tonkatsu ramen is made with wheat flour noodles, braised pork, bean sprout, bamboo soup, seaweed like wakame, which is like seaweed, and like scallions, fish cakes. We have also salty soy egg come with that all together. The broth is really rich, and then it's like creamy taste and super yummy. It is really, really popular. So the most popular in my restaurant, this is our specialty. And like sometimes we can sell like 100 bowls of ramen noodles in one day. Here's your tonkatsu ramen noodle. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells fantastic. I always start with the pork belly. It's like bacon, but better, which feels weird to say. But it's fatty, it's tender, it's seasoned to perfection, and it goes so well with the broth. I could eat so much of this. The broth is rich, a little bit fatty, nice and salty, perfectly seasoned. You can tell like a lot of love went into this dish. And then it just, the icing on the cake, there's these soft boiled soy eggs that I absolutely live for. They're filled, you can see the jelly inside it. It's almost like having like an egg jam, but it's salty and savory and delicious. It's kind of one of the reasons I keep coming back. I will absolutely enjoy this entire meal from start to finish without question. This will definitely not be my last bowl from here at Mizuya, right in the heart of downtown Norwood. I look forward to seeing you again on my next culinary adventure. Foodie Joe, signing out.
March 1st is the 60th anniversary of the dedication of the John P. Oldham Elementary School. To learn about the Oldham, here is a short documentary about the man behind the school.
John Patrick Oldham was born in Dedham on May 21, 1859. South Dedham did not become Norwood until 1872. His parents, Richard Oldham and Abby Linehan Oldham, had been born in Ireland and came to South Dedham in the 1840s. They were among the founders of St. Catherine's Church. John Oldham lived in this town for his entire life. He married Sarah Edel and they had 9 children. He worked as a fireman for the New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroad for a time and then became a janitor for the Norwood School Department in 1900. Because of his good work and ability, he was promoted to a supervisory position. After 37 years of uninterrupted service, he retired as the supervisor of janitors, schoolhouses, and grounds in 1937. He was the first to hold that position. Over 100 attended a grand retirement party held for him in January of 1938. Oldham was a quiet, humble man, known about town for his generosity, enthusiastic spirit, and good deeds, which he completed quietly without drawing attention to himself. Although he did not have much formal education, he loved learning. One of his grandchildren recalled that Oldham went to the library every Saturday and took out 7 books. He would read them all, return to the library the following Saturday, and choose 7 more. He enjoyed reading all types of books, including fiction, nonfiction, classics, westerns, and mysteries. He died in 1946. The John P. Oldham School, built on what was called the Forbes area of town, land that had once been owned by W. Cameron Forbes, a wealthy diplomat. Forbes had built a huge mansion at the top of the hill. The Oldham School opened in September 1963 and dedicated with a ceremony held on March 1, 1964. One of John P. Oldham's grandchildren, Dr. Philip Oldham Coakley, became superintendent of schools in Norwood. The Philip O. Coakley Middle School is named in his honor.
Now let's throw it over to Ron Marshalsea for the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your sports update. The girls basketball team started their tournament run in the round of 32 and got a huge 53-36 win over Masconomet Regional. The number 9 Mustangs took down the number 24 seeded Chieftains, dominating the game most of the way. Anytime the Chieftains looked like they had life, the Mustangs responded with getting a ton of offensive rebounds or getting multiple threes from Trisha Wachowski or Alexa Koris. Ava Morad played dominant in the tournament win as well. The number 9 Mustangs are waiting for a winner to be decided in the Billerica and Middleborough game, which plays Friday, March 1st at 7 o'clock. The boys basketball team headed to Oliver Ames in the preliminary round of the D2 tournament, but lost the close game 54-51. This team is losing a solid group of seniors, but there are plenty of returning players looking to get better and come back stronger to make a deeper tournament run next season. The number 24 seeded girls hockey team headed to number 9 Milton on Wednesday for the round of 32. The Mustangs couldn't get the win over the Wildcats and end their season with a 7-13-1 record. The number 9 boys hockey team hosted the number 26 seeded Malden Catholic at the Skating Club of Boston Wednesday afternoon. After a back and forth game and 2 overtimes, Malden Catholic got the final goal to send them to the next round. Norwood got goals from TJ Martin, Nick Berardinelli, Andrew Gillis, and Sam Lally. Martin got his second goal on this beautiful backhand that tied the game at 5 and eventually forced OT. The Mustangs end their season with a 14-4-3 record. Congratulations to each and every senior whose winter seasons have come to an end. We can't wait to see what you accomplish in the spring and beyond. And lastly, the next episode of NCM Sports Talk is airing tonight, March 1st at 7 o'clock on the NCM Community Channel. You can also stream it at 7 or watch it on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org. This episode includes interviews with track coaches Alana Keedy and Brandon Wallace, an interview with Noah Bodette by his former co-captain and teammate Dylan Hamway, plus we show you, the audience at home, what it takes for NCM to go live for a sports broadcast. Only on the newest episode of NCM Sports Talk. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea, and Norwood News will be right back after this break.
On Monday night, the Planning Board met and continued 2 public hearings. One hearing regarded the proposed zoning amendments relating to the accessory dwelling units and the continuance of the major project special permit for 83 Moore Street, the Norwood Space Center. Both hearings were motioned to be continued at the March 4th meeting. The board then approved the site plan review for 499 Washington Street, the mobile gas station, to replace the canopy sign. The next Planning Board meeting will be Monday, March 4th. The Board of Selectmen met on Tuesday night. Boy Scout Nick Brewer gave a presentation on a potential project for the Meadow Street Bridge. The Skating Club of Boston and Yankee Spirits appeared for public hearings, both requesting and being approved for change of managers. The Airport Commission joined and gave a brief update on the increase of landing fees at Norwood Airport. Vice President of CDM Smith, Joe Ridge, sat alongside Town Engineer Mark Ryan and Town Meeting Member Jerry Hopcroft to give a presentation on stormwater management. The board also discussed Articles 1 through 6 from the yellow sheet and voted to approve all 6, with Mike Satt and Bill Plasko voting against Articles 4 and 5. The Board of Selectmen will be meeting again on March 12th. Also on Tuesday night, the Zoning Board of Appeals met with several appointments. Included in the many appearances were 2 variance applications that were withdrawn without prejudice and a special permit request for 16 Day Street to convert a 2-family structure to a 4-family structure. This application was approved by the ZBA. And the Zoning Board of Appeals will meet again in March. Clayton Cheever is back, and he has lots of new book recommendations to share for this month's edition of Moral Moment.
Greetings, library lovers. Welcome to the Morrow Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. I'm Clayton Cheever. I use he, his pronouns. I'm your library director, and I'm about to share some marvelous events and resources you do not want to miss. We're working with the Neponset River Watershed Association on the Norwood Public Schools early release day of Thursday, March 7th to help kids explore the Neponset River with flora, fauna, and friends. Designed for kids ages 5 and older, this will be a creative introduction to our local river ecosystem and all the living things we can find in our backyard. Registration's required, so save your spot today and mark your calendars to be here for the 2 p.m. start. There's no easy transition into this next topic. We need your help to end domestic violence. 1 out of every 3 girls, women, and non-binary folks will experience an abusive relationship in their lifetime. Join us on Thursday evening, March 14th, when Dove Director of Prevention and Education, Jen Bolton, will lead a discussion on what makes up a healthy relationship, signs and red flags of abuse and control, and how to support someone currently experiencing abuse. This program is intended for people 18 and older, and registration is required. DOVE stands for Domestic Violence Ended, and we are so grateful to the Friends of the Library for providing funding for this important program. March is the culmination of awards season. If the 96th Academy Awards on March 10th inspire you to seek out more creative viewing options, I encourage you to check out our rich collection of streaming movies. We have several options, and one that I want to remind you about today is IndieFlix. Available from the Extras section on the home screen of the Libby app or directly from our list of online resources on our webpage, IndieFlix is a movie service that offers access to pop culture favorites, box office hits, award-winning feature films, documentaries, and shorts. With it, you can instantly view thousands of titles from around the world, including the best from classic TV, horror, comedy, film festival darlings, and more. And now, some hand-picked book recommendations. Step into the extraordinary world of Beautiful Noise, the music of John Cage by Lisa Rogers, illustrated by Il Sung Na. This is a captivating picture book that introduces young readers to the innovative composer who believed that every sound, from a slamming door to the whir of a blender, could be music. John Cage found melody in the hum of a refrigerator and beauty in the patter of rain. This unique and beautifully illustrated book is perfect for budding musicians, encouraging families and children to embrace the magic of everyday sounds and celebrate the genius of a non-conforming artist who stayed true to his artistic vision. Embark on an exhilarating journey with Resball by Byron Graves, a gripping debut novel that traces the compelling story of young athlete Trey Brunn. As he strives to honor his Ojibwe community and late brother Jackson, Trey leads his high school basketball team on a quest for the state championship. Navigating grief, dreams, and forging new friendships, this powerful narrative resonates deeply, delving into themes of resilience, identity, and the pursuit of dreams against all odds. Resball transcends the typical sports novel, offering a poignant exploration of determination and the enduring spirit of a community. In short, this novel is a triumphant slam dunk. All right, my seasoned readers, here are a couple for you. Enter the unsettling world of In the House in the Dark of the Woods by Laird Hunt, an ingenious horror story set in colonial New England. As a woman embarks on a journey through wolf-haunted woods, down a deep well, and onto a living ship made of human bones, she confronts her past and unravels a haunting tale of psychological horror and suspense. Laird Hunt's lyrical prose weaves a bewitching narrative of betrayal, revenge, and redemption, delivering an unforgettable exploration of the dark corners of American mythology. Brace yourself in an eerie and disturbing experience that will linger in your thoughts long after the last page. And some nonfiction. Discover the inspiring voices of 40 incredible women who've shaped the world in Voices of Powerful Women by Zoe Salas. From politicians to environmentalists, musicians to Nobel Peace Prize winners, this empowering book invites us to explore the achievements, hopes, and fears of influential figures who've made a lasting impact. Structured around 10 thought-provoking questions, the interviewees, including Maya Angelou, Yoko Ono, Swanee Hunt, and Sister Helen Prejean, share their insights on early experiences, inspirations, admired female figures, causes of anger, fears, and advice for the younger generations. A celebration of resilience, ambition, and positive change, this book serves as a beacon of inspiration, encouraging women and all of us to believe in female potential and help us all contribute to a better world. Wait, there is more. Are you familiar with all the amazing treats to be found in our Library of Things? It's time to change the clocks again on Sunday, March 10th. So today, I brought our sleep training alarm clock. This fun little tool includes a night light and 2 timers that you can use to make it light up green when it's time to get up in the morning or from a nap. It's such a great way to help little ones who can't yet read clocks know when it's time to get up. If this could help you, come on over to the library to borrow it and take it home. Check out our Pinterest page from the Books and More menu to see what other treasures we have waiting for you. What will you borrow next to improve your quality of life? Before I sign off, I want to thank our dear friends of the library. This month, in addition to the Dove program, they also provided the funds for our art therapy programs, The Real Score, Unraveling Myths About Trans People in Sports with Aaron Reed on March 5th, a program we're sharing with 47 other libraries. Meet the Unsung Heroine Behind the New Deal with Janet Parms on March 7th. Our program with Amanda Thompson on the solar eclipse on Saturday the 23rd, as well as supplies for our adoptive story time, our winter take and make crafts, the infant literacy playgroup, our winter story time, imagination station, construction zone, and cozy crafternoon. The Friends book sale is a great place to find a fantastic tale or two and support the friends who make possible so much of what we present here. Thank you for supporting them so they can continue to support us. It is great to have great friends. That's a wrap for this Moral Moment. I'm Clayton Cheever, your guide through the wonders of the library, wishing you a marvelous March. We can't wait to see you at the library. Until next time, keep reading, keep exploring, and keep being your best self.
Over the past few years, bubble tea has risen in popularity and usually requires you to drive in and around Boston, but thanks to Simple Sweets, you can pick up your bubble tea right here in Norwood.
Looking to sweeten up your day? Located at 694 Washington Street in the heart of Norwood is where you'll find the shop that will satisfy your sweet tooth.
The Simple Sweets we have like boba tea. It's been really popular in this couple of years. We sell like fruit teas and like smoothies, protein drinks.
Simple Sweets, owned and operated by Angela Zhu, is the only bubble tea shop located here in Norwood.
Simple Sweet, it's a really unique store in Norwood. Not many boba tea stores around this area. We opened up the Simple Sweet because we're selling the boba tea in Mizuya for a while. We get a lot of like good feedback. Now we can come to the Simple Sweet. It's more convenient for those boba tea lovers to traveling all the way to the Boston area.
Boba, or bubble tea, originated in Taiwan and is most commonly served cold and consists of green or black tea, or milk tea, which is any tea-based drink with milk added. A variety of different jellies and bobas, which are small round balls that pop with flavor, are added to the beverage.
I love sweet things. I love to create all different kind of drink. That's my special. This is a popping boba. Kids love it. Really popular. I started making the drink for my kids first, and then my kids say, "Oh, it's lovely. It's so yummy, mommy. You should like open the store just selling these drinks." The most popular drinks are milk tea and fruit tea, such as brown sugar milk tea with the boba. This is a top seller. And the passion fruit tea, peach fruit tea, it's my favorite. And also we have mochi donuts.
Simple Sweets definitely has its sweet side, but it also has options for those who prefer a salty snack.
We have so many different kind of ramen noodles from chickens, shrimp, lobster, kimchi ramens, and beef ramens, vegan ramens, gluten-free, rice noodles. I love Norwood. I've been here for 3 years since we opened, during the COVID, we opened up Mizuya. I get so many supports. The people, it's really friendly. It supports a local business. It's really, really nice town.
Simple Sweets is open Sunday 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., Monday through Thursday 11:30 to 8:30, and 11:30 to 9:30 on Friday and Saturday. You can always check out Simple Sweets on their social media, their website, and in person, right on 694 Washington Street.
Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're going to leave you now with a list of upcoming events being covered by Norwood Community Media. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.